the Antichrist. This name sends chills down the spines of many, conjuring images of a tyrannical ruler who plunges the world into chaos. But where did this concept originate? And what does it truly mean for humanity? In essence, the Antichrist represents the ultimate embodiment of evil, a figure prophesied to appear at the end of times, challenging faith and ushering in a period of unprecedented tribulation. Across various religions and cultures, the Antichrist takes on different forms and names. In Christian tradition, he is often depicted as a charismatic deceiver, a false messiah who rises to power by mimicking the true Christ. He promises peace and prosperity, yet his true intentions lie in enslaving humanity and turning them away from God. The Antichrist's reign is predicted to be marked by widespread suffering, persecution, and a complete breakdown of societal order. However, it is essential to remember that prophecies also foretell the ultimate defeat of the Antichrist, a triumph of good over evil that will usher in a new era of peace and divine rule. The concept of the Antichrist is not a modern invention. Its roots run deep into the annals of human history, appearing in various forms across different cultures and religions. In ancient Babylonian mythology, the god Marduk battles the monstrous Tiamat, a primordial goddess representing chaos and destruction. This cosmic struggle between order and chaos, good and evil, finds resonance in the Antichrist narratives found within other belief systems. Within the Judeo-Christian tradition, the Antichrist emerges from the pages of the Bible, foreshadowed in the books of Daniel and Ezekiel, as a little horn and a wicked prince who seeks to exalt himself above God. The term Antichrist itself appears in the New Testament, specifically in the letters of John, where it describes a deceiver who denies the Father and the Son. Throughout history, various individuals have been labeled as the Antichrist, often based on their perceived wickedness or opposition to religious authority. Understanding the historical context and the evolving interpretations of the Antichrist helps us appreciate the profound impact this figure has had on shaping religious thought and influencing human history. While the exact timing of the Antichrist's arrival remains shrouded in mystery, certain individuals and groups believe that the year 2030 holds significant prophetic implications. This date has become a focal point for speculation and anticipation, fueled by a confluence of factors, including interpretations of biblical prophecy, historical cycles, and contemporary events. One of their primary reasons for the focus on 2030 stems from interpretations of the book of Daniel, which speaks of a period known as the 70th week or the last 7 years. Some scholars believe this period represents the final 7 years before the second coming of Christ, a time of tribulation and unprecedented upheaval on earth. Furthermore, the convergence of various global crises, including political instability, economic uncertainty, and environmental degradation, has heightened anxieties about the future, leading some to believe that these events are harbingers of the end times and the imminent arrival of the Antichrist. While the significance of 2030 remains a subject of debate, it underscores the enduring human fascination with prophecy and the end times. The prophecies surrounding the Antichrist's arrival are often shrouded in symbolism and open to interpretation. This has led to a diverse range of beliefs and predictions about the specific signs that will herald his coming and the nature of his reign. Some interpretations emphasize the Antichrist's emergence as a charismatic political leader who unites the world under a one-world government, often linking this figure with the beast described in the Book of Revelation. Others focus on the Antichrist's deceptive miracles and false signs, predicting that he will use supernatural powers to deceive the masses and turn them away from true faith. Certain interpretations highlight the role of technology in the Antichrist's rise to power, suggesting that he will exploit advancements in artificial intelligence, surveillance and communication to control information, manipulate populations, and establish a global system of totalitarian control. Furthermore, interpretations regarding the Antichrist's identity vary significantly. While the specific details surrounding the Antichrist's arrival remain unclear, the common thread across these interpretations is the warning to be vigilant, to test the spirits, and to hold fast to faith in the face of deception and tribulation. The arrival of the Antichrist, as depicted in religious texts and prophecies, is often associated with a period of unprecedented global turmoil and societal upheaval. The potential impacts of such an event are profound, affecting every aspect of human life, from individual faith and morality to global politics and economic systems. One of the most significant impacts would be the erosion of trust and the rise of fear and paranoia. As the Antichrist consolidates his power and spreads his message of deception, people's faith in traditional institutions, governments, and even religious leaders would be severely tested. This could lead to widespread social unrest, violence, and a breakdown of law and order. Furthermore, the Antichrist's reign is often linked to economic collapse and global conflict. The Book of Revelation, for example, describes a system of economic control implemented by the Antichrist, marked by scarcity, oppression, and the persecution of those who refuse to conform. On a spiritual level, the Antichrist's arrival would represent a time of great spiritual deception and persecution. Facing the unknown, navigating fear and faith in uncertain times. The prophecies surrounding the Antichrist and the end times can evoke a range of emotions, from fear and anxiety to fascination and anticipation. It's important to approach these prophecies with a balanced perspective, recognizing both the seriousness of the warnings they contain and the message of hope they ultimately convey. It is natural to experience fear when contemplating the potential for global turmoil and spiritual deception. However, allowing fear to consume us can be paralyzing and prevent us from living fulfilling and meaningful lives. Instead of succumbing to fear, we can use these prophecies as an opportunity to examine our own lives, strengthen our faith, and deepen our relationship with God. The prophecies surrounding the Antichrist should not be interpreted as a cause for despair, but rather as a call to action. They remind us of the importance of discernment, urging us to be vigilant in testing the spirits, discerning truth from falsehood, and standing firm in our convictions. Beyond 2030, exploring alternative timelines and interpretations. While the year 2030 holds a particular fascination for some when it comes to end-time prophecies, it is crucial to remember that interpreting prophecy is not an exact science. The Bible itself warns against setting dates for the end of the world, emphasizing that no one knows the day or the hour except for God. Many scholars and theologians hold different interpretations of the timelines and events described in biblical prophecy. Some believe that the events surrounding the Antichrist's rise and the final tribulation are not necessarily tied to a specific year, but will unfold gradually over time. They argue that focusing solely on a particular date can distract from the more important message of spiritual preparedness and the ongoing battle between good and evil that plays out in our world every day. Exploring alternative timelines and interpretations encourages a more nuanced understanding of biblical prophecy, emphasizing the importance of humility and recognizing the limitations of human understanding. The power of belief. How prophecy shapes our understanding of the future. Prophecies, particularly those surrounding the Antichrist and the end times, hold a powerful sway over human imagination and belief systems. They offer a glimpse into the unknown, shaping our understanding of the future and influencing our actions in the present. For some, these prophecies provide a sense of comfort and hope, assuring them that even in the face of evil and suffering, God is ultimately in control and will bring about his plan for redemption and renewal. They view these prophecies as a reminder to remain faithful, to live righteously, and to share the message of hope with others. However, prophecies can also be misused and misinterpreted, leading to fear, fanaticism, and even harmful actions. Throughout history, there have been instances where individuals or groups have used end-time prophecies to justify violence, persecution, or social unrest. The power of belief in prophecy lies in its ability to inspire hope, encourage moral behavior, and provide a framework for understanding the complexities of history and the human condition. Conclusion: finding hope and meaning in the face of uncertainty. The concept of the Antichrist and the prophecies surrounding his arrival have captivated and challenged humanity for centuries. While these prophecies can evoke fear and uncertainty, they also offer a powerful message of hope and resilience. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, faith, courage, and love can prevail. Whether or not the year 2030 holds the significance that some believe, it serves as a stark reminder of the importance of spiritual preparedness. It encourages us to examine our lives, strengthen our faith, and live each day with purpose and intentionality. Ultimately, the prophecies surrounding the Antichrist are not meant to instill fear or despair, but to inspire us to live lives worthy of our calling.